Hi everybody, this is Dee. Just coming on here real quick on September 4th, which is a Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and Mark, Mama G Gear, and Rusty are going to be having a yarn dip sale. If you're not familiar with what a yarn dip sale is we all hand dye yarn. And then we have a sale once a month. We took a break last month. Summertime, yard work, you know. We took a break last month, and this coming month, on the 4th of September, we're going to have our next one. Now, to be totally honest with you, I am not going to have a whole lot. I'm going to have, quite a bit, but not as much as usual. So that's why I'm coming on today to ask you some questions. I'd really appreciate some feedback on this because, I've been dyeing yarn for a few years now, and after a while, it just all feels like the same, and I feel like I'm redoing the same colors over and over and over again, and I'm never sure what, people would like or would not like or, all that. So what I want is, what colors would you be interested in? What colors do you think look pretty together? I'm going to show you some examples that I have here of yarn I kept for myself or left over from the last dib sale. And what I need to know is some color combos you'd like to see. Please put them in the comments. I could really use, some ideas. Also, I normally only dye 4 of each color. Now, in some weights, for instance, in the fingerling, I call it fingerling weight, that's a lot of yardage. That's, if you have, 4 hanks, at 437, 38, something like that, yards a piece, that's a lot of yardage. You could easily make a sweater or a duster or a cardigan or anything like that. But on the heavier weights, like worsted or DK, you're going to get less yardage. Obvious reasons. It's the weight. It's 100 grams. Each hank weighs 100 grams. So in the case of DK, you're going to get about 220 yards, depending on which type of yarn I get. And with the worsted, it's about 187. And with the fingerling, like I told you, is 437 or 438. I'm not sure. Anyways, so I'd like to know what type of weights you would like to see. Now, I know a lot of people like the thicker yarn, the 4-weight, the worsted, but you get more yardage with the thinner weight, which you can, pair up with another yarn if it's too thin for you, that kind of thing. So I basically don't want to spend a whole lot of money for things that people aren't interested in. I'm just being honest. You know me, I'm a straight shooter. So I want to know, do you want solid colors? Do you want things like this that are more, same color combos, but more variegated? This is the Sparkle Fingerling Weight, as you can see. And this is like all shades of burgundies. In some areas that'll turn into a pink. This is like copper colors, brown, pecan, that kind of thing, the lighter browns. And then there's stuff like the more variegated, where there's multiple colors. Like this one I make every month, and it's rainbow, and I call this the Kindness colorway. And you can see there's a variation of color on this. This one is just all over the gamut. There's just all different colors in here. Okay, the next thing is, excuse me, is things that, just 2 colorways together. Brown and teal is what I did with this one. This one is blues and chartreuse greens. Okay, so there's ones that are all in the same category or solid. Ones that run the gamut with the colors. Ones that are, basically 2 colorways, but, different tones of those 2 colors, like this. And then now all of those are sparkle, and all of those are fingerling weight. This is a DK weight. Now I have variations. Now the DK weight that I get is not sparkle. I cannot seem to ever, they're always out of DK sparkle. So my DK usually does not have sparkle. This is a solid green, you know, different tones of greens. And then this one is what I call splatter chaos. And I just take a solid color and then splatter different colors on it to make a splatter. Now, one of the other questions, this kind of colorway, which ones do you like? Or also a solid is possible as well. You know, solids are fine. Some people like those. Me, myself, I like to, you know, mix it up. But everybody has different things. The sparkle, the non-sparkle, the, you know, speckly colors, the tones of the same color, the, you know, multicolored like these, the just two colors, but different shades of those two colors, or combos of the same color, more like a ombre, but not really an ombre. You know what I'm saying? Just different shades of the same colors. I'd really like some feedback. And also, if there's a certain colorway that you'd like to see, please let me know. So basically what I'm asking you is, what colors would you like to see? Is it something I haven't come up with? You know, something that you wished I'd had done in the past? Solid color, the multi or the same tones, but you know, kind of ombre-ish. The multicolored, the two colors but different tones of those two colors. This is the DK weight. I don't particularly like to buy the worsted because it's only 187 yards per hank. So I pretty much stick to the fingerling and the DK. So the non-sparkle with the DK weight, the fleck kind of chaotic colorways there, or tones of the same color. I know I've repeated myself, but I kind of want to make sure that you understand what I'm asking. Tell me what types of colorways, what colorways, like actual colors that you would like to see. And also, are you more drawn to the sparkle, which I am, sparkle everything, or the non-sparkle? And that's just my questions. I'm going to be ordering my yarn here in the next couple of days, and I'm going to start dyeing for September 4th's dib sale. So the sooner you can give me some answers, give me some new ideas or something, I'd appreciate it, because I feel like I always dye the same stuff, and I want to do something different. And I'd also, of course, like to do stuff that you guys would like to see. So put it down in the comments below. What weights, color variations that I do, what actual colors. Do you like the sparkle? Do you not like the sparkle? Like I said, this time I'm unable to buy as much yarn, so I'd like to concentrate on things that you guys would like to see. So leave me your opinion below, comments. Don't forget the thumbs. I'd really appreciate some new ideas, or if you really like something from the past, you'd like me to bring it back, that would be cool too. But just let me know what you think, and I'd really appreciate the help, the input, because if I'm not going to buy as much yarn, I want to make sure that it's stuff that you guys would like. All right, that's it for now. I love you guys. Much love, my friends, and I will see you on the next one.